Hello and welcome to This Day with BJ Arnett. And I am she, BJ. I'm so glad you all had an opportunity to stop your day. For these next few minutes, we're going to talk about some fun stuff. I've got a wonderful lady here with me. She is an author, an actress, a singer, a dancer. She does everything. I mean, she's like the triple threat plus the triple. Did you hear how I introduced you? The triple.
I loved it.
Triple threat.
Plus the triple.
Plus the triple. Margale. She is, if you recognize this face, you may have seen her on Dynasty and a lot of other things, but Dynasty is the thing that's rolling right now, so I gotta say that first. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm super excited.
I think the thing that made me want to do this is because I recognize to be in the world but not of the world is so incredibly difficult.
Yes.
And you are in a field that allows you to show your expertise as an actress, but doesn't always allow you to show the anointing of God.
On it. Preach on it.
Okay, I'm just saying. They want to see your excellence, but they don't understand where it came from.
Yeah.
So you get the opportunity, and I say this to myself quite consistently. I am a minister of Christ, and you are a minister of Christ.
Yes.
We're in different fields.
Totally. Just like the hand and the knee and the foot and the head.
That's it.
All a part of the body.
All the part of the body. But we've got to be out there.
Yes.
We can't be like sitting back.
No.
What's it like to walk on set and know everybody is in different places in their lives, and not everybody understands even that Jesus is Lord?
Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's actually an opportunity.
Yes.
You know, I used to always say when I would book something, I'd say, you know, the Lord only gave me that because he knows I got a big mouth for him. I am a walking epistle. I don't walk around with the T-shirts and the crosses. I'm trying to be the light, trying to be the salt.
That's it.
And so every opportunity that I get to either encourage somebody, or even in auditions, I have prayed for people who are auditioning for the same job, and they look at me strange, and I go, there's no competition, baby.
That's
If
right.
it's yours, my name ain't on it.
Thank you.
And so it has been an opportunity for me to show his light and season the people, because, you know, meat doesn't taste like salt. I mean, meat tastes like salt. Salt doesn't taste like meat, right?
That's right. That's right. We've got to recognize is that, and you just said it, what is yours and cannot be taken from you. Now,
it ain't on the market.
It ain't on the market. Anybody can try to duplicate, but they can never be the original.
I can't be BJ on my best day. As good as you are, I can't be you.
But I can't be you,
there you go.
On my best day.
We stay in our lanes.
But we stay in our lanes. We stay in our lanes. And the benefit of that is that we are able to join together to do awesome things.
Yes.
I have had the opportunity to be a part of the Hear My Heart conference that is now worldwide, which is so awesome. And that is where we met.
Yes.
And I thought, who's the pretty lady with the cute dimples?
Aww.
And I went down my little schedule thing, and I'm on this panel, and your name is there, but you were not there.
I saw we.
But you were on set.
I was on set. I was.
And I thought, well, how cool is that? To be on set and to know that people want to hear your voice as a minister of Christ, on set and off set.
Yeah, and let me tell you a little testimony about that. When I got booked for that 2 weeks prior, I had just told my two best friends who helping to co-produce a film with me, I said, you know, my prayer has been that the Lord enlarge my territory. And I said, so I've started making a list of people I can call to pass some work on to, because I was going to be in overflow mode. And then Daddy did it. Won't he will?
Won't he? Won't he? Won't he?
Won't he will?
But here's the thing. You have to be so confident that he will give you what you are supposed to have. You'll receive what you're supposed to have.
Yes.
And everyone else will be fine.
Yes.
Because you're not hoarding. You're not, I can't tell anybody about this. And I love it when you say you prayed for somebody that you also were auditioning for the same roles.
Yeah.
I get the opportunity when I'm producing and costuming to pray for people as I'm helping them dress.
Yeah.
And I've recognized that is so important.
It is. It calms them, too.
It calms them.
You know, so that they can walk in that peace, so that everything can work better.
It has been amazing to me. I remember praying for a young lady who said to me, I'm going through a horrible thing right now, but I think this man that's on set with me, there's something about him. 3 years later, they got married.
Shut the front door.
I prayed for her.
Oh my goodness, what a blessing.
And 3 years later, they got married.
What a blessing.
And I thought, wow, God, thanks for letting me be
a part of that.
A part of that. I was working in the costuming department. I'm doing this. I'm trying to make sure. And I saw her face. And all you need is a glimpse, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was on an airplane ride here today, and this young lady was sitting next to me, and she was reading a book, and it was a Christian book for childhood education.
Wow.
And so I had this conversation, fast forward, because there's a lot that went with that. I call it my angels in the air. So I then say to her, after she tells me about a book she wrote, I said, I need you on my radio show. Her eyes tear up, and she said, last night, I asked God, can you please open up doors for me to do radio?
Well, we need to open up the door even further, because you have a friend who does television.
And I shared with her, maybe there are other opportunities.
Look at that hookup.
That's how God connects.
That's how he does it.
God
that's
connects.
That's how he does it. He connects.
You can't beat him.
You can't beat him. I don't want to miss it. I get so excited about all the stuff that you do. Beyond Blessed.
Yes.
This journey, Beyond Blessed.
You know, everybody got a story. Some are too afraid or too ashamed
to tell it. I tell mine.
Girl, me too, because I don't want the devil to tell me what I did. I say, look, baby, wrote a book about it. Want to read it? Here it go. Because if you tell your story, you not only help you, but you peel off that Band-Aid and you allow the scars and the cuts to be exposed to air, which means they get healed. And then people looking at the scars get to know that, you know, your blood is red and God doesn't love you more than them. And so that means their blessings on the way. And so other people get healed through the transparency of our stories.
And we just got to be bold enough.
Tell it.
Courageous enough.
Tell it.
Strong enough.
Tell it.
To just do that thing.
To tell it.
Girl, stop. Okay, now what's this about?
Oh, ear candy. I do drive-bys for Christ. I do spoken word for your soul. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Drive-bys for Christ.
Yes,
I'm getting a T-shirt.
Yes, I have a T-shirt called Drive-Bys, and I have another one, In His Grip.
I love it.
Because I'm in His grip.
I love it. And I've seen a lot of your slogans that are so with your name and so
Motivation, Mara-isms. I love and OMG, oh Mara Gail.
I love it. It is so awesome. And then I saw that you did a very special piece with other women.
Yes.
Now that was really gripping. Talk to us about why that piece, speaking with other women, was so important.
I sure will. It's called STEM the Movement, and we've transitioned it into Test Harmonies because we started touring our stories, which was rape, gang rape at 15, another young lady molested at 6, another young lady domestic violence at 6, and she wanted to kill her dad at 6. And then what those seeds grew into, the gang rape grew into promiscuity, the molestation grew into adultery, and the domestic violence witnessing came body dysmorphia. So she was bulimic, and then those seeds grew into something. And we toured this stage play for 5 years. It was so well received. All the churches and the community that we toured it with. And then about 6 years ago, one of us posted the clip and it went viral. And so we decided to turn it into a film. And so we brought it full force. And now we talk about where we are from divorce or infertility or whatever, ageism. Because nobody talks about the private summers, and we wanted to encourage the people so that they wouldn't get stunned like we were. So that's STEM the Movement, and we won an award. We're actually an award-winning docudrama now. The October Film Festival in New York, we won.
That is really awesome. It's an amazing piece.
Thank you.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Just the energy, the honesty, the clarity, all of those things are necessary in order to give the testimony that will change somebody else's life.
Yes, somebody is dying for you to give your testimony so that they can live.
So that they can live. You know, you've lived a lot of life, and when you've lived a lot of life, there's so many layers. There's so many things that happen.
Yes.
You know, from marriage to divorce to and I'm just speaking these things that we go through.
Yes.
There's life. There's being angry for a period of time. And joyous where seemingly there's no moment to be joyous. There's so many layers. But when you peel back the layers, when you peel that onion and you begin to see that the sweetest part is in the center.
Preach on it. And how he turns it all around for our good. He literally, it's like he squeezes everything that happened. I tell people all the time, you know, the word talks about counting it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation.
Temptations,
Well,
yes.
counting is an addition game, right?
Yes.
Which means you get to add something to you. When I'm in a challenging situation or diverse temptation, I get to add a different trust in God, a different
Yes.
faith in God. I get to spend more time with God. All of those help me be full so that others can have a sip from my saucer. Because my pain can propel you to purpose if I share my
If I
pain
share.
and learn from it.
Ooh, that's some good stuff.
If I learn from it.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
When you take a look at all of the things that you've been through, the transitions from your career, the transitions in your personal life, the transition from being in bondage in your thinking to
Yes.
freeing yourself, because you know we love to talk about slavery from a historical
Yeah.
basis, but there's a slavery that we put
yeah.
ourselves in in our stinking thinking.
And it's not even the enemy, as people, it's the enemy.
It's the
me, myself, and
it's me.
I.
Yes, absolutely. How do you see yourself able to step through all of these different things? Because we go through peaks and valleys, and then we go through peak, and the moment there's just a stubble, we're just like,
Oh yeah, little drops of rain. It's drizzling. It's not even a storm or a tsunami.
Not even a good storm.
I will tell you, my lesson and my motto is, of course, in Him I move and live and have my being.
Yes.
But the other half of it is, I believe at any given moment, in a challenge, in a trial, any circumstance, I'm looking for God's face.
Yes.
And I know that there's three expressions. In my spirit, there's three expressions. He's smiling, frowning, or crying. So when I'm going through or when I'm dealing with highs, and there are mountaintops and then there are valleys, and there are more valleys than there are mountaintops. So I can't be so excited about the mountaintops that I don't know the valleys coming.
are coming.
But I know that when the valleys come, my daddy is able to sustain me because I have been through enough valleys in my life that if I never go through another one, it would be all right with me.
I'm good.
But I know how to handle them. I know how to handle them. I don't lose perspective that even in this moment of darkness, and I used to call them my darkest winters, my darkest winters, He always allows the sun to shine afterwards. He always helps me to be stronger or better. And so that's how I navigate. I look at the compass from behind me. I don't focus on the rearview mirror, because if you focus on the rearview mirror, you're going to crash.
Yes.
But I go back and I remind myself what God has already brought me through.
That's good stuff.
And that's how I get to the next.
That's how you get to the next. There's so many wonderful things that are a part of Mara Gale. And you are so multifaceted, but that really makes you who you are. That really makes you this wonderful cake. You know, that is.
Can it be chocolate?
Yes.
I love chocolate.
Anything that you like. But it really makes you who you are. At this point in your life, as you look to the future, what's next?
Well, we are, my husband and I, Pastor January, we've finished the screenplay for his story, and so we're tweaking it and fine-tuning it. And then I've got some G-babies here, so I want to develop some content for kids.
Absolutely.
I really believe that we need to pour into them, so I want to do more producing, more writing, and more speaking, just more. More. I want to be available. I tell people I don't want to go to the grave full. I want to be totally empty, depleted, and used up, because the worms can't do nothing with what I got, Miss BJ. Nothing with what I got. More.
I love it. There is more on the horizon for Mara Gale, and I just thank you so much for giving us a part of your more. There is so much for us to learn, so many more things to find out about. If you want to find out more about Mara Gale, go to maragale.com. That makes it easy, maragale.com. Because there's such goodness in the variety of things that she has done and is doing. And there may be something that you want to get a piece of, that you want to be a part of. Maybe you're a producer, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a songstress, maybe. Every gift that you have is a gift for someone else. Don't hold on to it, don't hoard it. Release it into the atmosphere and watch Daddy do what he do. It's gonna be all that.
Hallelujah.
Love you, God bless.
God bless. Thank you so much.